Well, hi everybody, it's Deb and welcome back to the channel, The Traveling Tea Cake Rider. Today I'm going to be taking a quick jaunt over to a cemetery called Maplewood Cemetery. It's about 10 kilometers, a few miles, not too far. Has some historical benefits which I'll be showing you and speaking about during the video. But today is a cloudy, sunny day. It's about 17 degrees Celsius and it's a day off for me, so very nice to be able to have a chance to get out and ride a little bit. I'm going to be taking Summer. Have you met my Summer before? She's a Honda CB300F, and she's been my only bike since I started riding a few years ago when I learned in my mid-50s. So welcome to the channel if this is your first time. Welcome back if you've seen it before. I live in the Maritimes of Canada in the province of New Brunswick, just off the coast of Maine. Maine is about a 2-hour drive from where I am, and today we're going to be riding the roads and going to visit a local cemetery and learning a little bit about the history of that area in a place called Petitcodiac, P-E-T-I-T, Kodiak, New Brunswick. See you soon. Thanks. So hi and welcome back. I've ridden just about 9-10 kilometers to Petitcodiac, and we are now at the Maplewood Cemetery. We have Maplewood here, cemetery there. And these gates are presented in memory of Reverend John Young by his wife and family. So we'll just go and take a quick look around. From my research, I think they said that there was approximately 266 souls here. And I'll be doing a little bit more sharing of the cemetery and some of the founding fathers, I would say, surnames that are important to this area as a result of the area growing and developing over the years. So let's take a walk around and I'll show you Maplewood Cemetery. It's a beautiful day. Buds are growing, birds are chirping, and it's a very peaceful day. Petitcodiac was originally a farming and lumbering community. By 1866, it had about 30 resident families, and by 1871, the population had grown to 400. By 1898, Petitcodiac had developed into a settlement with 6 stores, 2 hotels, a tannery, a sawmill, a carriage factory, a furniture factory, 4 churches, and a population of approximately 700. And here's the headstone of Reverend John Young, who we made reference to at the beginning coming in. 1858 to 1931, 37 years in active ministry of the United Church. He joyed in his work, and his end was peace. His wife Fanny Margaret, 1866 to 1954. Samuel Douglas, 1859 to 1942. His wife, Ada Lelia, L-E-L-I-A, Colpitts, 1867 to 1959. Here's a headstone for a Gauguin family. I don't know if you can see how lovely that headstone is. It's been etched with a lake scene and a deer and birch trees, which is part of the story of New Brunswick. Just really a beautiful way to say goodbye to this couple. Yeah. Born 1946, Gary Wayne, died 2009, married 1967. Wife Elizabeth Flora Steves. Yeah. Just a beautiful headstone. And this is McLaughlin, Gerald F. Budd, his sons Troy and Daryl, and he has a Harley Davidson logo. Another motorcycle enthusiast. So I've walked to the end of the cemetery here along the tree line. It gives you an idea of the size. Lovely little river back there, Petitcodiac. And here you can see a real focus on Steve's families, Gallants, very popular last name in this part of the world. Yeah, Wilsons, Killams, Lloyds, Perrys, and Holmes and Holt. And here's a little one, a little daughter who died 1 year old, Jill Tara Miller, from 1984 to 85. What must have been the story there? Yep. Lovely. Well maintained. It's so nice when the cemeteries are well maintained. Not all of them are, especially the pioneer ones. And of course, here you go, the Styles. Ralph and Elizabeth with their pictures. How lovely. It's the headstone of Reverend A.H. Saunders, 1868 to 1944, and his wife, Harriet E. Jappell, Jappell, 1867 to 1942. Quite a number of Saunders family, Lockharts, of course Steves, big name here in this area, Killam, and of course Lewis. We have a number of Lewis family, Steves, McLaughlin. And this cemetery seems to be started in around the early 1900s. We'll look that up when I get back on our research. Beautiful tree in the middle, just gorgeous. That will be full and outstanding in a couple of weeks as the spring moves into summer. Really just a beautiful place to rest and to be remembered. Very peaceful. Another family that's important to this area are the coal pits. And we have a number of communities that are named after that family. I always like to get to the oldest sections just to learn a little bit more about the history and how this area of New Brunswick developed with families, most probably farmers and people who were descendant from early loyalist families. Here's a coal pits. 1868 to 1957, Father Henry W.B. 1877 to 1950, Mother Madge Smith. Well, thanks for joining me on my tour of this cemetery in Petitcodiac, New Brunswick. It's a small but very well kept, relatively young cemetery, Maplewood. Established in 1930, this cemetery has served the families of this community for over 100 years now. Very well maintained, lovely, lovely setting, beautiful trees. And some of the founding families of the Southeast New Brunswick are really here. Lots of Steves, lots of Killams, and so I look forward to bringing you more information about this area of New Brunswick. And really, if you have a chance, go and visit a cemetery, take a walk on a nice sunny day. It really does help to relax you and just to think about how people have influenced areas that you're in now. And it's amazing to imagine what their lifestyles were, what they went through, challenges and good days, just like now, that's just like us. Reflect on the beauty of nature, and just to think about, how we live our lives and what's the legacy you want to leave with your family. Make it a good one. So I'm going to pack up and get ready to go, because let's go see where the road takes us. Thanks, everybody. So thanks everyone, I'm back home, and I have my really good first good ride of the season. Went out to the cemetery and had a nice ride. It didn't take long. It was about maybe half an hour to get there, half an hour to get back. Winds were pretty brisk, so on our 90 kilometers or 80 miles, yeah, it was pretty windy, and I have a small bike, so I hang on really tight, but it was a great ride. Saw a bunch of construction guys. They were really impressed that I was driving by, so I kind of did this. It's always a great time to get out for a ride. You meet so many people. I passed 4 motorcyclists on the way home, and it's a small road, right? Backcountry road. I hope that you really enjoyed this video as I'm starting my channel and starting to pick up tips and tricks from other video greats. One of the people I really like to watch is Itchy Boots, if you know her channel, and I really enjoy the fact that you get to talk to people and build a relationship and build a community that is based on some similar enthusiasm and interests. And I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I'm going to go in and take care of the dogs and get ready for some editing, which is always a lot of fun, and I'm learning how to do that. And pretty soon I'll be doing another video coming up with, there's 2 on the docket. So one is about Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, and that cemetery and how it has such an important history in terms of coal mines and coal mine disasters. And then on the other side of my channel, which is the baking side, after I had my first video go out on making bread, and please do look that up. It was my very first video on the baking side. And I've had so many people, especially from old friends and college mates and high school mates, reach out and say, oh my goodness, this was so cool, really enjoyed that, and could you do this or that on the next segment? And happily, I will do that. So I'm really looking forward to staying in touch with you. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. I'm building my channel, and I really want to make sure that I'm providing you content that's interesting for you. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.